Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm here with a message for you. Now, today I'm going to do the full moon message and reading. It is not until tomorrow in the evening time at that, but I'm, a little bit prepared ahead of schedule. So I want to just share that today. And since it's such a powerful energy, give more time to kind of prepare yourself accordingly, however you see fit, okay? So of course, as in all moon messages and readings, it'll be time stamped below in the description box and also in the comments, hopefully. I don't forget, but you can absolutely fast forward ahead. And just a little insider note that when I do this is really my note to know, easier way for me to know when I need to timestamp a roundabout. So if for some reason I forget, just look for my hands doing this. All right, so without further ado, this is the full moon message in Sagittarius, okay? So the full moon in Sagittarius, again, is happening tomorrow, Thursday, May 23rd, 2024 at about 9:53 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the last full moon of spring, and it's tagged by the indigenous people as the flower moon. What we can look forward to is a fresh new life experience blooming through bold expressions of love. So personal truth is all the rave as astounding revelations from the inside out and outside in project us on the path of our purest passions. With this moon's aspect with Pluto, closure is the operative word for relationships. There will be ample evidence and support to decide what connections are set to be closed and released, and also what, if any, are truly worth working on or working for. A refreshed perspective of understanding and a fierce sense of self-awareness, acceptance, and assertiveness can revitalize otherwise defunct or defective partnerships and agreements. With a link up between Jupiter and Taurus and Neptune and Pisces, plus Venus still lingering in Taurus, but soon to cross over in Gemini, actually on the day of the full moon, there will be plenty of empathy, compassion, imagination, and ambition to make bold gestures of love, empowered by a perhaps newly intensified desire to commit. All aspects considered, there's a great resource of favor and good fortune to support any endeavor that is, of course, aligned with your personal truth and integrity. It is officially Gemini season, after all, and love is in the air. This high frequency of creative force fuel is not just reserved for prospective or even present relationships. This is also a fine time to invest that energy into the idealization of purpose-driven goals, career aspirations, passion projects, and or general hopes for your future. It's a full moon, which means that the actualization of such ambitions may or may not be the move, quite literally so. However, with all the intel gathered from what may have seemed like a crash course of life experiences, culminating into a sort of pop quiz of what's been retained at this point, a reformulation of your measure of success and satisfaction from a mental perspective is just as productive as kinetic construction right now, which is to say that in true full moon form, what is released leaves more room to gain. Jupiter is taking up space in this transit, per usual, and infusing us all with the confidence and curiosity to do the same. Any old limiting influences in your life, people, places, and or things should have to go big or go home by your own volition to keep up with how grand you have grown and have yet to evolve to be. BDE, big divine energy, is on tap to be poured up and poured out respectively. So cheers. Cheers to that, quite figuratively and literally indeed. Cheers on the celebration of you expressing yourself at your most supreme, in your most supreme form. And also cheers to however you get to pour out that energetic force field at, by your own volition, of course, to add creativity to the realm, not just in the ways that affect your life personally, but that just add a great deal of color and life and excitement to whatever you engage and whomever you engage with. All right, so it's not even just you, as it mostly is with Jupiter, that's to be affected or impacted or impressionable. It's so much bigger. It's probably bigger than life itself. Okay, so enjoy yourself nonetheless. And as I said, there's so much like favor and goodness in this transit that you may almost forget that it actually is a full moon, not a new moon. So consider that in your ambitions to want to start new projects or jump out and initiate something, you know, that may be fresh, or even to push through something that's already been activated or in motion. Now would be a good time of reflection to, you know, consider, take inventory, reform your plans, reform your ambitions, and maybe infuse them with even more, even greater ideas from a broader perspective. You know, so if you get a bit of pushback to pause or take a break, and truly appreciate that moment of rest and reflection for what it is. All right, because it's just as purposeful as you putting your hands to the plow at this time. All right, so again, happy full moon in Sagittarius. Govern yourselves accordingly. It's a go big or go home type of energy, so you can get with it or get lost. I guess. All right, so now without further ado, this is the full moon in Sagittarius reading. I almost forgot. Full moon in Sagittarius reading. Let's see what we got here today. And I'm going to try to keep it cute because I actually want to run out sooner than later. TMI. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to really push through the message and keep it as concise as possible. If I didn't say so already, I hope I did, but I hope you're doing well today. It's a beautiful day where I am. I hope the same is true for you. And I hope you just take advantage of all this, like, you know, Sagittarius energy is so optimistic and so inspiring and encouraging and enlightening and uplifting. So I really pray that transmission is felt and received universally as much as it possibly can be. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, the Knight of Swords. What you after, Knight of Swords? Not the Empress. What are you doing? The Knight of Swords either has something to say. I just heard a bone to pick with the Empress. Oh, you after the Empress coins, or this could be like an attack on personal, like self-esteem or security, some confidence. Yeah, confidence and security here. Maybe even actually stability, but come on. Not for the Empress, not for the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, to create some type of disaster. And we saw the Tower card 3 times yesterday to try to impress some type of shocking moment. There's the King of Swords. But yes, it's a wrap for that. Whatever is to be incurred at this time, no matter what the frequency of it, is for the purposes of transition and change. So there's nothing to fear here, nothing at all. There is no threat. There's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing that could be threatening is an adverse reaction on your own accord to what is natural, to be resistant to the transformation that is, just divined and ordained at this time. To try to push against that, resist it, fight, it is in fact a losing battle. So anything that is in alignment with that frequency of obstinance or resistance, whether it be from the inside or from the outside, is already defeated. Because the most shocking news and revelation you could possibly receive at this time still would be working in the favor of building your self-esteem and solidifying your personal security, whether that be in a material sense, an energetic sense, a mental stability, or even emotional, as the Empress is all of the queens, but there seems to be an emphasis on material, maybe finances, or some personal financial security. But again, leading with the Empress first, that frequency is protective of all reflections of her character, of all reflective points of character, from the coins to the swords to the wands to the cups. So all grounds are covered, all bases are covered here, and whatever gets to be is necessary. It's imperative, as a matter of fact, and it's for the progressive good of all. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Okay, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, community affairs, community giving, sharing perhaps, balance. Okay, the Magician. What is that? The Magician. Is that community? You know what I'm gonna do today? We're gonna do this so I can remember where we at. Shoot, I just messed up what little balance I actually have. So we got the Six of Pentacles with the Magician. In the highest frequency, it could be, that's Gemini and Virgo energy. So third house and what is that, sixth house or seventh? Six. It's a matter of information though, facts and figures. So maybe some information that is being disseminated amongst the group. I don't know. Let me see what else we got here. Or shared. It's for the purposes of manifestation though. Are we talking something positive here? Or is this manipulation? Community manipulation or communal manipulation? We got the Page of Wands. What's under? To create a struggle? Let me try to move this over. or to an invitation for, matter of fact, I should be putting them under, but we ain't gonna get messy. We ain't gonna get messy tonight. Just do what you do. This is a message or an invitation to explore, but with the Ten of Wands, it seems like pressure. It could be the end of a... Yes?
Where's my washcloth?
Oh, shoot. I forgot. 1 second. Sorry, guys. 1 minute.
I thought this one was
No, that's not good.
So I took it off from there, but then I realized
I thought of everything, but of course I did not. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Pardon the interruption. And I'm not gonna edit that out, so you're gonna have to deal with it. My son's, I hardly ever put him in the shower while I'm not there to kind of like, you know, facilitate and supervise, but I was trying to kill two birds with one stone because like I said, I got some things to do and I wanted to be here with you before I do. So pardon the interruption, okay? But is there anything to glean from a washcloth? Missing? Cleansing? Definitely take your spiritual bath or shower or cleanse yourself physically or energetically the best way that you can, because what I don't like about this is whatever the invitation is, there's some pressure or stress attached to it. Community organization, some communal affair. Let's see, what's next? With the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on or holding back. Hell of Pentacle energy. Oh, some truth, some information. There it is. So there's some information that's circulating. Maybe it's gossip. It could be some gossip that's circulating in one spectrum, but the truth of is something important or relevant to whatever's being. It's like somebody may not be telling the full story. Yeah, and the 6 from the 4 is 2. So yeah, there's some, or somebody may not be releasing a full benefit. It's something to be revealed here though, that is going to be regardless, no matter how much of an intention there is to mislead or misguide. It's like here, what's this here? Let me get one here, because that energy is bothering me. Page of Wands and the 10 of Wands, which would be the 9 if I would deduct it. Yeah, there's some distortion in information here. Lies, manipulation, an offer that's either rejected or that is not well-meaning. Yeah, so something about whatever this opportunity that may arise, it comes with a great deal of strings attached, is what I'm sensing. It's more trouble than it's worth. Like, it may look like a great opportunity to do. So I guess maybe there's some caution on, like I was saying before, it's like you could almost be finessed to some degree by the brilliant aspects of this lunation to feel like it's a fine time to just kind of jump, like you'll feel good to just jump out the window and do whatever, but there still has to be some measure of discernment practiced, because the energy of the transit is universal. So some may harness that energy to kind of like almost monopolize on those good vibrations, get in where they fit in, finesse, kind of take advantage of some vulnerabilities or even insecurities at this time that are like a bit of a blind side almost, because there's so much of a good feeling in the air and you almost feel invincible to just start and do anything. That may actually be a blind spot for someone to try to slip in and offer you something that may look good or sound good, but may not be all that it's cracked up to be, or there's some information that's not quite being upfront, divulged for the purposes of manipulating what should ultimately be a balanced and fair exchange. Like somebody is wanting to have some type of advantage here. It doesn't look like they're going to have their way, unless you say so, because like I said, the Empress and somebody sees a great value in pursuing high value connections at this time, even when they don't really have the qualifications, maybe even the eligibility in this case to truly measure up to, because I also said in the message that there is like a heightened desire for commitment right now. So, and I said that the other day too. A lot of what I said in my message yesterday, just kind of touching on the moon as it came up in the reading, is connected to what ultimately I've, what I spoke on today. Go figure. I love that for me. I love when that happens. So there could be a heightened sense of a desire for commitment or devotion now, whether it be in relationships intimately, casual, platonic relationships, being more progressive, perhaps, maybe even creative, or professional relationships going to a new level. But all in all, you still owe it to yourself to run that prospect through your personal integrity meter, because you have a great deal of value to offer and to bring to the table. But as it's shown here, somebody may see your value, but might just either be intentional about being deceptive or misleading about what they have to offer, or they really just don't have it, to some degree. Like, it's like can't be mad at a try. However, it's kind of up to you whether somebody's intentionally trying to finesse you, or really and truly like they just are just going for what they know, because everybody's feeling a little bit more confident and courageous and adventurous and like that go for it attitude. But you still got to kind of keep the boundary set to some degree. I feel more of a kind of adverse energy here, especially with this reverse King of Cups. That feels like somebody trying to be seductive, you know, with bad intentions. And like I said, with the Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands, there's an offer and maybe an invitation that seems exciting, may even seem harmless, but it comes with a great deal of baggage. So, and with the Magician and the Six of Pentacles, it's like giving the energy of somebody that presents themselves to want to be in something balanced and to be equal and reciprocal and in exchange, but there may be some ulterior motives here again, because here at the Four of Pentacles, they don't really have it to, either they don't really have it to be reciprocal, or they really at the core are not capable of it. You know, it could either be a lack of willingness or capability. Jay? Oh, I know what that was. I was just making sure it wasn't him. All right. Damn, it's all types of disruptions in this reading. That's weird. That's strange. All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Oh, that was almost Temperance. Three of Wands and what? Yeah, so yeah, it's given that whatever somebody has a plan for, they're pretty much going to have to, I like it this way better. They're going to have to walk away dissatisfied, perhaps even empty-handed, and either go find another sucker or really just, you know, if it's not intentions, then, you know, there's just an invitation to find a better match for your expectations. Yeah. The Three of Wands is some expectation for a return on a plan or decision, but it seems to be unrequited or unfulfilled here with the Eight of Cups. Here's the work. Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to go back to the drawing board to find their own brand of victory and success, or, you know, because whatever their object of affection is has already moved on. What's this? Let me see one more while we at it. Here it is. Yeah, because they don't have much to offer. Even in their best, with their best intentions, it's not. And it's like Eight of Pentacles only to come down to the Page of Pentacles. Or someone would be, again, better suited to invest all of that energy that they would want to invest in things that are clearly not as profitable or productive, into just a new beginning altogether. Like, that's where the possibility for advancement is more pronounced. Could be that. It was almost the Eight of Pentacles, but I'm only taking it if it flips all the way today. Keep it clean. All right. Some competition here with the Five of Wands. Over yet another page? What the heck? Or a message. Now that's all the pages except for the Page of Swords, and that happened the other day too. So there's some information that really wants to be expressed, and there's clearly a great deal of resistance in actually in every spread, just about, except for this one here so much. But there's a great deal of resistance that's been fought tooth and nail to try to keep whatever this is from being released. Like, people have been manipulating the truth, manipulating the rumor mill, or, you know, some circulation of intel that's been manipulated, or a whole group of people that's been manipulated to think something differently than what is real. Here we got the Page of Wands with an invitation that somehow, maybe it was even rescinded, or there was some type of invitation there that was blocked. Then you got this withholding energy here against the ultimate truth and clarity, which is like crazy. And I feel like this is crooked. And then you have the Page of Pentacles here, which is another offering, another opportunity that, what was this here? Ooh, I just got like crazy ringing in my ear. That either somebody worked a great deal to you know what, I'm feeling like somebody worked a great deal to achieve this as a success of their own, but still didn't really gain much from it. And then here, yet another page, more information of an emotional essence. This could even be an apology for, but it's like, it's not a sincere apology, especially coming from the Knight of Cups in reverse. This could be an apology for some level of chaos and confusion that was contributed to or even created. But you know, you would have to take that for a grain of salt. So again, it's like it still is all stemming from that original Knight of Swords that feels entitled and like a bit overly ambitious and aggressive to make a statement or make a point or to avenge something that they feel they should have access to by way of the Empress and Queen of Pentacles. So it could be somebody that comes through offering apologies, offering so-called opportunities, maybe even compensation in some energetic way or another, but it's all very small and meaningless. Whatever it is, it's like a distraction from what is truly owed. And at this point, being the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, is there anything really of value that you would want or need from somebody in this frequency? Not really. So it's like, it's worth more, you know, and again, like I said, the vulnerability or the point of access could be being a bit more lighthearted, like, oh, you know, let bygones be bygones, and that's cool, you know, like everybody might be a bit in the spirit of release for a full moon. There may be a greater willingness to kind of just like I said, let bygones be bygones, let things go. You're happy, you're healthy, you cool, you know, you really don't have a care in the world. You really get like a bit unbothered, as a matter of fact, and it's like you may feel like it's almost a disservice to yourself to continue to be guarded or disconnected a certain type of way, like almost as if like you have nothing to lose or there is no threat, especially when somebody's presenting themselves to be harmless. But there's a great deal of potential harm here that I sense. It's just a lot of funny business that I sense, and it's not 100% clear, but it's there, and it's there enough to still be cautious and be alert and maybe even protective of your energetic space, even beyond what you might naturally feel inclined to want to do. You know, if it were up to you, it might be a matter of, oh yeah, I'll go get coffee with you, I'll go grab a drink, I'll go to dinner, we can talk on the phone, or yeah, we can exchange conversation, we can, you know, talk about, bring closure to the past or whatever. But in some cases, like I said, especially with all this distorted information, it may not even be worth that backtrack for you, especially when you've been established and secured in a certain type of way where you literally want for nothing at this time, including really closure to some degree, because, you know, the closure kind of is your ascendance and transcendence beyond whatever measure of deception this may have been, or infraction that this may have been, especially if there's still an intention to persist, you know, in that same regard. Like, you don't owe anything to anybody. Like, just as sure as the Six of Pentacles is moving on, you know, it's like you don't owe anything to anybody to hash out the terms of forgiveness, especially if you have certainly settled with it yourself, is what I'm trying to say here. Use that energy to forward yourself, like to just release the residue altogether, and to, you know, to re-energize yourself for what you get to engage in a new way, in a new form, in a new season, as a matter of fact. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Let's get it. Well, let's see here. Well, 10 of Cups. Yep. If it ain't that, it ain't nothing. Like, what we even talking about here? Let me get a couple more. Ooh, with the Lovers. I should take that, shouldn't I? I should, because I was inclined to look at it. So with the Lovers, like I said, if it ain't that, it ain't nothing. Let me see what's on the bottom. And I'm done here. Talk about short and sweet today. This is probably going to be barely as long as my usual messages. With interruptions. Yeah, it's like, if it's not that, it's nothing. Let me get one in the middle just to tie these two together. This is a power couple here. And this is indifference. I sense that it's indifference to anything less than the fulfillment of the 10 of Cups, especially following this energy here. Like if it's not leading to that or an investment into that energy, if it's not supporting what already exists of that, then it's clear for release. I would say, I feel like that's a strong indication that it's unnecessary energy. Or it's not prosperous or productive. And this also can speak about not having enough information. So if there is any ambiguity, obscurity, cause for concern, or there's confusion also with the 5 of Wands, it's just a no-go. It's like this is pure, clear energy. 10 of Cups, the Lovers, Ace of Wands, there's no confusion there. It's not something to leave you scratching your head like, well, is he into me? Is he not? Well, what did he mean by that? Especially if you don't have an open forum to be able to ask and feel like you're getting an honest response, a clear response, not somebody talking you in circles or making hell of excuses or blame shifting on things that, ultimately don't really have relevance, deflecting your attention to things that are more palatable to observe or to connect to, as opposed to what is real. Maybe even deflecting some type of blame onto you, attacking you mentally or psychologically, causing you to question yourself and your security and stability, your confidence, your self-esteem, or any of that would draw you away from that empowered energy of the Empress and the security and stability of the Queen of Pentacles. Those two energies in tandem, not to mention all the other frequencies of the Empress that are intact. It's okay to be intentionally objective about boundaries and and adhering to the standards of intimacy in any way, shape, or form that you have established. All this right here. This is not a casual matter anymore. This is like all or nothing. As I said in the message, go big or go home. And so if things are not going to match your frequency of the Ace of Swords, what you would expect to have somebody, just full transparency and truth, accountability, honor, openness, then it's just not even worth your time. Justice and the Emperor. Ah, okay. So we started with the Empress. So this is the only justifiable match of energy. If it's not, again, if it's not on this frequency, somebody that has the idea, first of all, that is empowered in their own self-control, you know, that doesn't feel the need to dominate anyone else, but is well contained, has their own secure sense of self, not as not dependent on anyone else's, or, you know, like it's very well stabilized in their own confidence and courage, and, you know, like a real emperor, not the emperor, not the distorted emperor, because this is the Justice card. So this is someone that is fair and balanced in their commitments, in their contracts, in their devotion even. Like, they know what role they play, they value their position, they take it seriously, and they also fairly give others the opportunity to assert themselves in their own space and frequency as well. I.e., the Empress gets to be the Empress in her own right, without manipulation, without seduction unlawfully or with malintent, without the fear of infidelity or a lack of loyalty or dishonesty, without feeling unsupported or unprotected or misguided. You know, like, it's just the full package here with the Emperor card. It's balanced, it's equal, it's harmonious, and it's the counterpart of what you holistically deserve to expect, to attract, and that should be the only thing that you are willing to, you know, with very few concessions, I would say, for the most part, like, not making excuses. Well, he almost the Emperor, but it's like, you deserve to settle for nothing less than all that you have to give. All right. None of these small offers, half-truths, partial payments, none of that. All or nothing. If that's what you desire, of course, but I'm talking to someone that does, clearly, with the Lovers here. And this is somebody that wants it all and believes that they deserve to have it all. And now in this transit, not only are you empowered to pursue that truth and to, you know, idealize it and actualize it if there's space and opportunity for it, you're also empowered to release anything that is taking up space unjustifiably in that regard. So clear your force field of anything that's not measuring up to what your grandest expectations are for yourself, so that you can make way for what does, what is. All right. So that's it. That's all I have to say today. Thank you for listening and watching. Until next time, as always, I leave you with peace.